Hi, I'm Sriram. I'm the director of this music video, Gagan Dhuan Dhuan. This track is composed by my dear friend Prasanna. Prasanna and I know each other for almost 20 years now. So we keep sharing our works with each other just to hear each other's feedback. Sometimes when we complete it, sometimes at the work in progress stage. So I remember him sending me this track, Gagan Dhuan Dhuan. I think after he recorded the vocals. We didn't have a plan to collaborate at that stage. He sent me to hear what I thought about the song. I remember when I heard the song for the very first time, I thought it was beautiful, but it also was very visual in the sense he had used certain sound effects in the song, like bird chirping, cloud rumbling, thunder, rain, clock ticking. I think the whole experience for me was very cinematic. It was just not the experience of listening to a composition. It was very visual. I could almost see the song. So when we were discussing about it, I realized that's pretty much what Prasanna had in mind. So when we both understood that we both are kind of imagining the same thing, we thought, why not collaborate on this? I felt there was a certain ambiguity with respect to the time period of the song, as in I couldn't really place when the song was happening. Is it set in the past? Is it in today's times? Even the nature of the song kind of reminded me of the analog era. It had a certain analog-like quality. Both Prasanna and I are fans of the analog medium, even though most of our works are in digital. So this was one of the initial discussions. When we started discussing, it wasn't about the concept or the theme, what is the story that we are going to say. It was more about the kind of images that we would like to create, whether it should be analog, whether it should be digital, whether it should be a hybrid of both, along these lines. So the entire discussion and pre-production for Gagan Dhuan Dhuan happened over the internet. So in a way, thanks to the pandemic, we had all the time to have such elaborate discussions. We started with collecting a lot of reference images for the kind of visuals that we wanted to create. And most of these images were from cinema, not really from the music video world. I think that kind of an approach really helped us. So we created a big image bank even before we started discussing the concept. And both of us really loved the kind of images that we took from European cinema, the shots with diffused light, dimly lit interiors, twilight time exteriors, and images like that. So a few weeks before the Omicron wave, I was in Ooty to attend a film festival. So I was staying at a place near the venue. So it was a beautiful heritage property, a colonial bungalow called the Wyoming Heritage. So while I was attending the film festival, I was also discussing with Prasanna over the phone the idea for our video. So when I was at the bungalow, I started taking some shots of the space, like the rooms, the doorway, the exteriors, and I sent them to Prasanna. Both of us immediately realized that a place like this would be ideal for the kind of visuals that we had in mind. But it wasn't a shooting location, it was a private property. Thanks to Rohit and Anish, the caretakers of the bungalow, they agreed, but on a certain condition. The team had to be really small, probably a total of 10-12 people, and the camera and lights had to be really minimal. So we redesigned the shots in a way that was practically possible to execute with a small team and a small setup. Our art director Mahendran helped source the properties well in advance, so that we could carry them all the way to Ooty and set it up ourselves. So one thing that we always had in our plan and decided not to compromise with was the haze machine. So when we tested the haze machine, we realized that It was a really useful tool when you are trying to achieve a diffused kind of an image. So unlike a smoke machine, unlike smoke, the haze is not seen, but it is felt. It softens the harsh lights. It softens the sharpness of the digital image. And we decided, no matter what, we are carrying a haze machine with us. So when we knew that we couldn't carry heavy lights with us, our cinematographer Manikandan gave us an excellent alternative to go for the Godox lights. Like other LED lights, Godox also comes with intensity controls, color temperature controls, but it also has very convincing preset special effects like candlelight flicker, fire flicker, lightning flashes, and the size of the light is compact. It can be fitted in anywhere without the help of a power source. Thanks to our key grip Raj and the fantastic team who did a great job with the Godox lights. We also chose to work with a smaller camera, a camera that I really enjoy using, Sony Alpha 7S III. So we did a few tests before the shoot to see what kind of look works better on the shots on grading, which aspect ratio suits better. And when we did the 4:3 aspect ratio, we got a unique result. It was looking classical and contemporary at the same time. It resembled the Academy ratio of the 35mm film, but it also looked like a video that you see on Instagram. So we immediately realized that 4:3 is going to be our aspect ratio. Working with this wonderful team was extremely satisfying, but the biggest happiness for me was the opportunity I got to work with a legend like Bombay Jayashree. I've always been a great admirer of her works, but working with her on something was amazing. I can't thank my friend Prasanna enough for giving me this opportunity. Other than being an excellent composer, Prasanna is an ardent film buff with a great sense of visuals. The process becomes much easier when the composer is articulate about the emotions in the composition. While we were shooting, other than getting the lip sync right, a certain level of performance was needed from the artist, and it was Prasanna who worked with Bombay Jayashree, and the entire credit of the performance goes to him. Also, a big thanks to Kirtana who helped us with the shoot and the styling. Though it was a small crew, everyone gave their best, making Gagan one of the most memorable shoots for me. It was a great learning experience, be it the discussion, the shoot, the edit, even the release and distribution. We have learned many things in this process. This was truly an independent music meets independent filmmaking kind of a project, and I would cherish this for a very long time. Thank you.